Hello, junkies, and Bob is back here with a review of the X-Men Mister Sinister. This is one of those Marvel villains that I discovered while reading X Factor. A lot of it had to do with Inferno. If anybody out there remembers that comic book storyline, please give us some comments. It was an interesting, dark alternative to the typical Marvel superhero all-encompassing storyline, but Mr. Sinister was involved with it to a point. So let's do a quick recap here. A scientific genius with evil intentions, Nathaniel Essex genetically alters his human form to become the shape-shifting telepath known as Mr. Sinister. First time I saw this character, I actually thought it was Colossus, but like evil Colossus. I had like, who's this guy? And I know was involved heavily with Madeline Pryor, the clone of Jean Grey, who would have a son with Cyclops, all that kind of craziness that goes on there with those crazy backstories that they would give us. But today, let's talk about the figure. So, as you can see, he is part of the Wendigo Build-A-Figure wave. He does come with Wendigo's right arm. And we're going to build a Wendigo, as we always do here when we get a Build-A-Figure set. Hasbro was kind enough to send us this entire wave. And as you can tell, we're not putting him back in the pack. So, now, even though he is the bad guy, still has the X-Men logo on it. Very nice. He's heavy. When I saw this figure recently at Target, I was like, yeah, that's solid. He is also the only villain in this line. So let's get this... Alright, we gotta turn it around, because it already feels like this leathery type of cape. Look at this. All this craziness going on here. It's fantastic looking. Let's get the arm out here. Now, moving along here, the Build-A-Figure piece. I will build the whole thing. But what I want to say is right off the bat, and I do have him sitting right here. We just did a review of the Marvel 80th Hulk. Who's got a bigger arm here? Now, Hulk's got the muscle, but look at this. This thing is... Yeah, look at that thing. Whoa. So we'll do a comparison of the Hulk to the Wendigo once we're all done unboxing all of these awesome Marvel Legends. So here we go. Ooh. Let's do an instant pose here. Now this cape is massive. All right, here we go. He's very evil looking, man. But that is a beast of a figure. Look at the size of that thing. So, I mean, we did an instant pose here. He looks great. Let's put him up to the Wolverine here in this same wave. I mean, look at this height difference that we're getting here between Mr. Sinister and Wolverine. So let's do an actual tape measure size here. So Mr. Sinister is about a little over just shy of 7.5 inches tall. That's pretty big, actually. So we just did Cannonball, who, you know, obviously is a flame burst, but even then, with all this flame burst, they're about the same height, so they're close. But let's bring in the Guardian here, who's doing the Macarena pose for some reason earlier today. Let's do the Guardian, or the Vindicator, as I prefer to call him. And he's about a normal sized figure. So, like, you know, your Captain Americas and stuff, your Iron Mans, they're going to be about Vindicator size. There he goes. So let's put the Vindicator in here. And still, wow. What a size comparison. Really, really big figure. Look at that. Really big. Wow. Okay, so let's get in the nitty-gritty here and see, can we really pose him too well? So his arms are stiff. We do have these little rubber gauntlets here that they do move. I can turn them around. He did not come... Now, granted, this is a massive piece of plastic here with this cape. Look at this. Massive. However, he does not come with any extra hands. So the head looks really good, turns really well. Got that flat top. I always like the flat top. Again, that's why I thought it was Colossus, because of the flat top. But I wish I had a Colossus here to compare him to. Now, I'm just getting weirdness here off of this leg. So we have this, like, Is this like a boot? Is this like a turning of his ankle? Kind of a weird... There we go. I got the shoe just didn't feel... This is a huge, long boot, but then he's got this extra little thing here. I mean, he is a big, big figure. Now, we compared him to two guys in the wave. Okay, so there he is. But let's bring in a Marvel 80th Hulk. And that gives you a better sense, height-wise, of what we're dealing with. Look at that. Amazing. Really, really cool. And really big. As villains go, man, I mean, he has that impressive just stature. You look at him, and you're just like, yep, that's a bad guy. But the cape does help balance him a little bit in standing him up, which is funny because this is very heavy, the weight of this, and you would think that it would actually bring him back a little bit, but it would tip him in that direction. But he's definitely leaning in the right direction, unlike Storm. So, junkies, I do recommend picking up Mister Sinister. He is a fantastic figure and a great addition to the line. So, get him now. He is definitely one that's not going to sit on the shelf too long once the word gets out about how cool this figure is. Later, junkies.